Hello everybody and welcome to Jet TV. This is episode 3 of my Beastmen campaign. Now since the last one I've had a little bit of a look about how I've meant to be doing things, and it looks like I've been doing it a little bit wrong. So there goes. As I said, I'm not particularly good at Beastmen. I'm meant to be doing a lot more raiding than I've been doing. So I'm still going to build this army up, but once he's up I'm going to start doing a bit more raiding and moving through the territories. I think being mobile, like I said, is a very important thing. So, you know, I do think I'm going to just keep myself moving as much as I can, because that will keep myself and avoiding big armies while I really build myself up just to keep that income rolling in. As I said, it's a very different style of play than I'm used to. Oh god. Nope, they are floating past me. That's the Lady of the Lake, so I assume she's meant to be hovering like that. Though it does look a little weird as she kind of floats along with her arms in the air like that. Almost looks like she's trying to use her arms to flap with, which is a little odd. We do have another Beastman warherd up there, and we've got Estelia. Oh god, they're sailing out after my guys. This is bad. So we are going to run the heck away. These guys are, as I said, I'm just using them to wander around and pick up things at sea. I may even pop up another small warherd. Now this is good. Actually, it's not good. I don't want them to destroy there, because I want to be able to start raiding and taking and grabbing income from this territory. So we'll see. Clan Skya are doing their thing. They seem quite powerful quite quick soon on, which is obviously a new thing for this and a new threat for the old world as well, for all these new factions. So extra chaos corruption or extra leadership? Let's take the chaos corruption. Get a buff for my armies. That's a trunk of mat, and let's run the hell away from that fleet which is chasing me. Now I don't have a double time movement, so how is my so I'm almost at full, so we're going to switch our stance to raiding here, which is going to get us quite a nice chunk of extra money. Well, actually, was there anything I needed to build? We're going to use this to build up some army. I'm not actually going here just yet. I'm just trying to avoid being attacked at the moment. And that is all. Can I actually build out another herd? At some point soon I may pop out another warherd, so I've got a little one to be raiding around me as well. Because some of the guys said have 2 or 3 little ones just running around raiding the place to generate income. That way you don't really care if they die, but they do also take growth, which is also a tricky thing. I don't think they realise, their floating Lady of the Lake realises that that Skaven territory at the moment, so that's going to be interesting to see what's going on. Also I am spreading chaos corruption, as is the other warherd here. I'm hoping that warherd is not causing too much damage. The thing is, while I'm raiding like this, I'm taking income from the area, and then once that drops off I can generally go and hit the actual territory itself to try and take a bit of it in, try and take a bit more of its then to try and take a bit more of the income, if I can take the thing. Otherwise I just want to continue marching through that region, raiding it. Obviously the richer regions are going to be harder to take, but they're going to have a lot more income. So let's just continue raiding here. Let's go look up on the border and see how they're doing. So obviously we are pushing out quite a lot of chaos corruption here as well. Right, let's start pushing down towards there. And then we'll go up, and we'll keep pushing down this coast. Though I don't necessarily want to get them too far away. I might find somewhere to go ashore and just build and start building up a little bit. We're doing nicely here at the moment. I can move a little bit more if I want to, but I don't necessarily want to just now. Now I can recruit when I'm in raiding stance. I thought I couldn't actually recruit in raiding stance. I thought I needed to be in encampment stance. No, it does instantly change me to encampment stance if I start recruiting. So let's stay on raiding stance at the moment, just to start building up my cash again. Now what I want to do is remind me to check my technologies next time. I want to go down the technologies which increase my raiding income early on. So pushing out my raiding income is very beneficial, because that keeps me basically it just keeps me going. It keeps me able to push out armies. And you know, ups the amount of income I'm getting, which is good. I also want things. I want to get the buildings early on, which reduce my upkeep for my units. But the thing to be careful of that is it also lowers my growth. So I want to be very careful there that I'm not overdoing it too much. So those Knights of Origo there look quite powerful, so I don't want to annoy them too much. But I think the nice thing with being Beastmen is I can just put myself ashore side and go into encampment stance, and they can't actually necessarily see me. So we're just going to keep sailing around, picking up things for the time being anyway, and growing while we do that. Nope. Spare the warriors, take the gold. I don't want to lose growth. So, let's have a good look at this tree. So we've got income from raiding and upkeep for units. So we want to start actually pushing down this blue tree to start with. And upping ambush chance. So again, I've been going the wrong way here. So what's going to be better? Well, I've not got much income. What's the upkeep is going to have a far bigger effect on me. So let's take the reduced upkeep, and that should have a bigger effect overall. It didn't seem to have that big an effect. Raiding does help keep this up, though so does attacking places. Now we could start. I'm going to start moving towards this town, and we might well hit it soon. And then we can always move into Brionne. But at the moment we're just going to hold there and keep on going. Right, where is he? So let's go get this mysterious island. So favourable wins and some money, which is not to be sniffed at. Right, so let's end turn there. We've got quite a nice income coming on now. I have been told if I get all of the upkeep reduction buildings, I can actually throw out quite large armies, while without having to actually really worry too much about my upkeep, because I can reduce almost all of the upkeep for these armies long run. So that wants to be the aim. So at the moment, it really is probably more about staying alive and keeping my income going. I need to change the tech I'm researching. I'm messing up. So it looks like these guys are going to war with me. I'm not particularly fussed about that unless they attack my guys at sea. So Knights of Origo doing their thing. I'm kind of going where no Beastman has been before sailing down this coast, because it's not particularly Beastman territory, but it's just keeping him out of the way, and it's trying to find all these bits and pieces in the sea. Now, the downside, and where I'm suffering here to other factions, is I don't have that double time option, which a lot of other factions have, which really does, when you're in the sea looking for things like this, really, really helps you. So, and some people, I mean, I might even be better off just raiding. We'll see how my income comes from doing these as well. Right, so the herd, in herd, the strength is the only qualifier. A foolish but admirable beast challenged you for control of a herd and lost. Here's at your mercy now, Lord. Do you wish to remove this weak one's horns, and in doing so remove the threat, or kill him to prove a point? I'm going to kill him to get that extra bestial rage, because if I get an extra Bray herd following me, so this is, if I get to the top here, I get an extra Bray herd, which let's see what all this does. Which once I up this, I believe it gets me a I get a Bray herd following me, which is really powerful. Basically, it's an extra army, I think. I'm not entirely sure how this works. I guess we will find out as we level up. And if somebody's watching wants to tell me exactly how it feel free. If I move over here, no, I can't quite move over there. I'm going to see how much income I'll get from this territory. I might well just go and smash Brionne just to up that as well. This place does have a population surplus, so there's nowhere really for me to land safely at the moment. So we're going to keep pushing down the coast. We will probably go ashore somewhere and camp, but I want to make sure it's somewhere out. Oh, there we go. Let's stop. So he says, well, I'm going to be going out to sea to get this, actually. Or we might head down. We'll work out. There's a couple of things I can get then. However, I want to get him ashore just to build up his, build him up somewhere soon. Okay, so another end turn. It's a very different playstyle than I'm used to. Because generally I try and build up in one place, then be aggressive from there. So it is something completely and utterly different. Now it looks like their agents are coming to try and mess me about now. And obviously the other thing, if I had a second herd around here raiding, I'd obviously be getting twice the income here. So you know, I'd be able to have another herd in another region also raiding, which would really be helping my income. So I might be doing the wrong thing, and if that, we'll work it out. If I don't start getting a good income from wandering around, I will probably start bringing that other herd back up here as well, because then I can have one raiding and one building up at the same time. Oh, I can have money. I'm going to take I'm going to reject the gift from Chaos because I want the growth for the time being. Right. Do I get just as much in this region? Not quite as much. However, I'm going to go hit Brionne. No, I don't want to do that. I want to just keep building up my money at the moment, in fact. There are a few things I can do. See, this is really good, which I want long run, but it also reduces my growth, which is something I don't want to be doing too early. However, upping this is something I want to do straight away, and we are going to get myself a couple more units into my herd while we do that. You can head down to the shipwreck first, and then if we do decide to turn around, we can make our way back up via that. This is something I'm doing with all the other factions I'm playing. I will always have a lord or two at sea wandering around, just whose job is simply just to pick up all of these bits and pieces in the sea, because it does generally get you various buffs and a lot of money. So we'll see how all of this goes. However, at the moment it's not doing so well. But we are building up nicely. You know, we've got a reasonable income coming from raiding here, so I'm going to keep raiding Khazrak for the time being until I'm forced to move on. And actually, if I bring the other herd up, I'll be getting another 300 a turn from the place next to it, so I can just keep pillaging here until chaos corruption really starts destroying it. If I keep doing this for too long, they'll probably actually get an chaos uprising as well, which will force me to move on. They have actually pushed the Skaven out of Skaven Blight as well, so I want to be careful because their army is probably going to start moving up. However, this random Beastman horde here is probably actually quite useful. Okay, so I lost research, but I gained growth from that. I forgot to change it, but growth is good. So let's have a look. We want all the buffs to raiding from the sounds of it. So let's have a look what else gives me raiding income, basically. So this tree is pretty much the raiding one. So reduce the attrition, and they're also quite good, and then we'll push this way as well. Gauldrug sounds good though. Horde recruitment capacity, which is something I do want to increase at some point as well. Take the campaign buff stuff, which gives me wax sealed rations, gives me extra income and reduces my attrition, and it gives me a bit of money. And let's start heading this way. And I'm still managing to maintain while I'm encamped, which is good. Oh, this is good because that also reduces Ungor upkeep. So let's do that. Which units are which? So let's have a look at my army. So these are Gore and these are Ungor. So the Ungor are the cheapy ones and the Gore are the bigger ones. We can't quite afford to push anything else out at the moment, however. But we'll get that built up, and then we will go back into raiding stance. The fact I'm making an income here is quite, I'm still maintaining income is actually good. So I'm maintaining an income without actually having to raid at the moment, so that's not bad. So we do have a couple of missions. I need to raise Kingsglade. Where is Kingsglade? And Spoils of War. No way I'm going anywhere near Oak's Phages. In fact, Kingsglade is also in the elf territory. I want to avoid the elves at the moment because I don't like fighting the Wood Elves. I don't think I'm quite powerful enough to fight the Wood Elves. They have quite nasty settlements. And they've got quite nasty troops with all their horrible archers, though I am quite a quick force. The other thing I want to take is I want to take all the speed buffs early on as well, because that will mean that my guys can catch up with them quite a lot. No, I don't want to. A rival Beast Lord has called your Brayherd to war and demands you join his ranks. So you can sod off.
Is bare. Bankruptcy is upon you.
Okay, so now
take all action necessary to restore.
I want to start raiding again because I am having money issues, and I'm now making even more money here. So this is good. I'm sitting on the border, so I can actually bounce between territories if I need to. And we are going to start moving this herd back up. Okay, and let's end turn. Let's hope this mysterious island gives me 10k, because sometimes these mysterious islands give you 10,000 gold, so that's good. I do apologise, guys, we're not necessarily going to get a battle this time, because I am playing I'm trying to play quite carefully here. I don't want to enrage too much wrath from the enemy faction straight away. I'm getting quite a nice raiding income here from this army. Now, is the raiding income actually changed by my army size? Do I get more money from a larger army when I'm raiding? I'll have to have a look at that next turn. I'll have to look at how it works it out from the little page. Oh, here they come. I don't think they can reach me. I hope they can't reach me, because if they do, I'm in trouble. Nope, so I'm just going to run away from them a bit more next turn. Unsurprisingly, nobody likes me very much as a Beastman. I think Chaos like me, the Norscans don't mind me, but nobody's really very good friends with you as a Beastman, as the Beastmen. So it's a matter of just keeping on the move here. The dark moon, the great weird moon, Morisleb hangs low and large in the sky, casting an eerie and singular green iridescence over the canopies of twisted forests. It rises a portent of greatness for Beastmen, who now look to you, Beast Lord. How do you direct them? Let's take the growth for the moment, because I'm not really attacking places, so I don't need the regen. Let's run the Eck away from here. Let's take the fell cargo. We gained a luck stone and a trunk of maps, which really isn't what I wanted. So I am going back up, and I am going to bring him back up to start raiding. It's going to take a while, however. Right. This will be nice once I can start going down this base as well, getting some lords and getting minotaurs with great weapons and things like Cygors and a giant. What sort of giant do these guys get? But let's have a look how raiding is worked out. So, you know, it reduces my range. It doesn't quite tell me how it's worked out, other than I get it. But it did seem to go up once I put more troops into my army. So that could well be how it's worked out. So this lord is just going to start coming straight back up as well. And we haven't moved. It's telling me to move, but I don't want to move this turn. I'm happy sitting here raiding, being boring and raiding this territory, just taking my time. Taking my time and growing. I probably should take out one of these territories soon, so I might go and hit Brionne just to boost my growth a bit, which will actually put me at war with these guys. And it does, you know, it kind of takes territory out, but I can always push back towards Estelia as well, if I so wanted. Oh, and they're still coming after me. Oh no, don't kill him. Please don't kill him. Yeah, I've got a feeling I'm going to be being chased for quite a while now, because I think they don't like... I think they want to scare me off. So yes, we've got the Bretonnian Crusaders there trying to chase me off desperately as well. So I'm going to keep running away from them for the time being. Though I don't want to get pushed too far into the sea, but I do want to avoid them, so I am going to pull into the sea a bit more. And take the Winds of Magic Reserve just in case. Yeah, there is something over there, so we're going to start heading for that. Moving away from these guys, which will hopefully cause them to turn around. These guys have a population surplus of 7, so see, a lot of these buildings they require a population surplus to build as well, which is quite an interesting thing. Let's have a look at that. So that's extra armor and melee attack, but I really want to go for this one as soon as I can, which is an extra 4k. I can get it, so actually I can push this up quite well, which will up my growth. I just need to take the time to get the money in to do it. And we're going to skip turn here. How is the Chaos Corruption? The Chaos Corruption is pushing up. It's actually equalising a little bit here. Oh, we have the Empire. What is the Empire doing down here? Other than potentially just charging at me. So I might want to avoid them a little bit. That is such a weird place for the Empire to be, unless they are literally charging at me. So I might want to, I might be forced to start moving. I don't know. It's a big Empire army, so I don't know what it's going to entail, but it could be dangerous. And they're still chasing me. Well, they can chase me through the high seas if they want, as long as they don't catch me. That is the key thing. I don't want to get caught. Let's keep running towards that skull reef, and then we'll start heading this horde up. This is a little horde, so I don't really want it to get smashed too early on. Okay, so again, we're not really doing much this session other than building up, which is apparently what I should have been doing in the earlier sessions. I could go smash Brionne for the money or for growth. Let's move this guy first. I'm getting restless, can't you tell? 10k! That's what I wanted. So that's really beneficial. That means I can afford to do a few bits and pieces here. So I can level this up. And I can start building another building. Which one do I want to build? Chaos Warhounds. Get myself Harpies as well. What else does this one do? These generally reduce upkeep as we go up. And we get Centaurs and things here. I might wait for Centaurs. Because, Razor Gauls as well. Chaos Warhounds are useful, but Razor Gulls are probably better. Armor piercing anti-infantry. They're a monstrous beast. So Razor Gull herd. Chaos Warhound, so very fast. So they're good. I'm going to get that simply because I can't. No, it's 4. I'm not sure what I want. I'm going to wait for time being. It would be good to have some fast movers just to get into their archers. That's the thing. I don't know how fast Razor Gulls are. Let's have a look. So Razor Gulls are speed 70, speed 95, but speed 70 is enough to actually get into infantry as well. And these look a lot tougher, and I can use them for other things as well. And I can get Chaos Spawn later on as well, which are very good and cause terror. Do these guys call terror? No, but we've also got poison ones later on. No, I'm going to leave that for the time being. And it's another end turn, guys. Okay, they've gone. And we're still raiding away here, so we're happily raiding away here. Carcassonne seems to not be able to or willing to do much about us at the moment. They're happy for us to sit there raiding, which isn't terrible. I mean, they do appear slightly weaker than me overall, so maybe they took a big beating from the Skaven when they pushed down into Estelia here. So maybe they are struggling a little bit as well. I'm going to go smash Brionne simply because I want to get the extra growth to start building up this herd a bit more. God, and they're still chasing me. I think these guys are going to chase me all the way back to Britonia, which is interesting. Might mean I have to deal with them when I get there, but at the moment, I mean, one of those is just an army full of peasants, but you know, we could always put my other army into a camp stance just before we land, so that we have a fun time when they first land. But I'm assuming at some point they are going to turn around and leave me alone, because they are taking attrition, same as me, and they are getting a long way from their home. Another thing I do want to watch is I don't necessarily want to get too far out, because I am taking attrition. So he is slowly taking damage from being out here. I don't know if he could die from this sort of attrition. We've got the Estelian fleet there as well. Right, I'm going to go hit Brionne, because I'm bored. Right, I'm going to take a couple of turns to build towers, and then we are going to smash that little place apart. So let's end turn. I have a feeling Estelia are coming for me as well. So this little war herd in the sea, this little lord in the sea might have got completely cornered now. I'm intrigued to see what Beastmen siege equipment looks like, because it could be, you know, because it's going to be an interesting thing. Now I'm going to fight this battle before we do end here, guys, so we have at least one battle in this. Then we're probably going to move back into Carcassonne to just keep the income up. And they're still chasing me! Bloody hell, go away, guys! This is getting silly. I'm going to have the Estelian fleet coming down now. This might just be a case of I need to take them on a merry journey around the map. And here come the Estelians. I think my warherd at sea, that lord, is stuffed, which I probably didn't want to happen, and I've probably done the wrong thing with him there. But, you know, I did get 10k from one of those islands, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. So he's just going to start running directly across the sea now. Let's take the wealth. Oh, and they've pushed us towards another fell cargo, so that's not the end of the world. And another quick end turn. Oh! Well, they've disappeared magically and changed their stance to ambush. So we're going to hammer here, then we're going to pull back into the next territory. Into the previous territory next turn. So the Empire do appear to have come down here for me. Which is odd, because I'm so far from the Empire territory here. That they're just marching an army down here for me, which is a little OTT. And actually they ran away when I went into... This is ridiculous. Is literally everybody just charging the Beastmen? Is the AI going, there are Beastmen, you must kill them above everything else? Because that Empire army has literally marched all the way through Britonia, rather than securing territories around itself to come and attack me. From the looks of it, and they are just chasing me. They are not giving up. I will take a defensive alliance with you. You know, I wasn't quite expecting them to keep coming after me for quite so long. Because generally, you know, I expected them to turn around after a few turns out. Now, I can see the ambush. I could potentially go and... No, my guy is wounded. So I could potentially just break this off and go and counter ambush them. Right, let's hit Brionne. Now, I probably shouldn't have done this, but I want to take the settlement. If the Empire attacked me next turn, I could still very easily be in trouble, actually, because obviously they've got quite a big army there, and I'm not in it. You know, I could potentially get wiped out very quickly, which would be bad. So we'll try not to do that. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll just restart the campaign, but I don't particularly want to do that. But then I know how to play a bit better now, so I'll hang around in Estelia as well. Sometimes you need to do a few turns and loot just to get into it. And I probably should have done a few turns without streaming just to get a feel for the Beastmen first. However, I quite like jumping in because actually this way I learn a lot better and you guys get to see how it's not done. So, my Lord and my Minotaurs are going to go and attack the gate. I'm going to send a couple of siege towers up with my gore herds on, and my Ungors are going to go and do ladders. If I ever finish loading here. And this will be the end of the stream, by the way, at the end of this battle. So you've got a gorgeous Bretonian city in the background here, which is going to get smashed in this lovely terrain. So quite treaty.
Ungors! Chaos Girlfriend! Gors! Ungors! Cloven Ones!
Alright, so let's start moving all of these guys up. Minotaurs are charging straight to that gate, as is my leader. My archers are in place to start firing back. So more focus on those peasant bowmen to start with. Let's keep my spears ready to go through here, at least some of them, and the rest of these guys can start hitting the walls. You guys can hit these bits of walls even. And these two can come into the middle here because I might want to just put them elsewhere. Okay, let's start hitting their lord actually. No, let's start hitting these spears up here. We have smashed the gate, so let's charge their lord with my lord and the Minotaurs. And we are pushing up onto the walls. Let's get these guys going up. You can also charge through. Straight onto their lord, and then you can even push up behind. So we are pushing through nicely here. My archers, I'll tell you what I'm liking. These Beastmen archers are very nice actually. They do a lot of damage. Let's move them a little bit more into range. Their lord is getting shredded. Let's debuff him. Oh, I stopped myself moving? No, I've hexed him, so he can't move now. I do have some mounted yeomen right at the back, but I'm not massively worried about them. Their lord is breaking. To be fair, their walls are breaking now. They are all stuck on the walls as well. And we are peppering them with archers, who are also expendable. Now, the thing with expendable units, guys, is if they break, nobody else cares. So, having a lot of expendable units in your army isn't necessarily a bad thing, because it means that your other guys don't actually care when things break because they're expendable units. They just don't give a damn. We are doing nicely up here and up the top. We've cleared that wall easily. We're going to take growth from this settlement rather than money, and then we're going to pull straight back if we can to the other thing, and we're going to go into a camp stance to hide. Here we go, nicely. My Minotaurs are still stuck in this doorway. They are having fun mashing these people though. See how much they knocked them over. Their lord is still there, running away, taking damage. So a lot of these people are permanently breaking now. Yeah, they're not coming back, so I don't need to worry about that. So let's pull back off the walls now. Let's pull all of my guys through. And in fact, let's just charge that last remaining unit, which isn't broken. I don't think they're going to last long. As my herd charges through the streets towards them. And my Minotaurs will hopefully get through finally. So here they come. Here all of my units come charging. And they've actually already broken. They're not even going to fight, though they're going to be forced to. They get pinned and my Minotaurs come in and smash. No, my Minotaurs can't. Stop running. Why are my Minotaurs running away? Anyway, that is the battle. So that's actually a really, really good battle there. I didn't take many losses at all. I did a lot of damage to them. Khazrak didn't actually get a single kill because he was too busy fighting the Lord. I lost 53 guys, so I'm happy with that. We're going to sack this place, the Grove, and then we're going to pull out to try and avoid Karl Franz's army. And hopefully I'll get a bit more upgrades so I can start going down the blue tree a bit more with him. It's odd having a lord where I actually want to go down the blue tree to start with, but for these guys it seems to make sense. So let's raise and defile.
Khazrak Abla.
Right, I am going to get attacked by Karl Franz next turn. And with that, guys, that is the end of this session. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Please feel free to offer advice, especially on how I'm going to survive Karl Franz. We'll see. I mean, it's probably not a massively powerful army, hopefully. And I'm hopefully going to have the option to retreat a bit as well. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys.